Hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, so this is the mother tree of a lot of my trees, a lot of my junipers, my to-go junipers. I bought this tree as a big bush. It was just a very long, leggy thing with a lot of branches all over it. I wasn't too sure at the time what I was kind of overwhelmed with the amount of branches on it. So I started air layering branches off. I just kept air layering branches off. And I think I got over 25 smaller trees off it. And then I think it was last year I decided once I'd air laid as many branches as I thought I needed to off it, I then left it recover, and then last year I wired it up and just gave it a little bit of a styling, which is what it is now. It's first kind of bit of styling. So again, not entirely sure which is going to be the front, the back, and things like that with it, but I just wanted to put a bit of shape into it. So what I'm going to do now, I was going to work on it and do a lot of work on it, but I've noticed that the wire is biting in everywhere, so it all needs dewiring. So there's no point me doing kind of all the styling and stuff if I'm going to be dewiring it, because I'll be probably having to change things. So, but what I will do is I'll go through the tree, I'll clean it, I'll take off all these runners off it to keep the energy back in the tree, and later on, it's early morning here now and it's already 25 degrees, so I said I'd get a video made early because it feels like it's going to be a really hot day and it's going to be too hot to be working in here. So what I'll do is I will clean it up, get it all cleaned up and ready, and then later on when the sun's out and I'm sitting out in the sun, I'll take out my pliers, my wire snips, and we'll go through it and take all the wire off then while I'm enjoying the sun. But for now I just want to clean it up a bit so it's ready for that job. So we'll just go in and take off all these growing tips and any dead stuff or stuff growing in crotches and things all out, so then it's all clean, ready to go for wiring and dewiring. Take out some of this stuff that I know I'm not going to be using. We get some really hot weather again. There's no sign of rain again today. It looks like it's going to be a really hot one again. We've got some. Yeah, so if you get trees like this one, when I got it, it was so overwhelming. It was so full of branches. It's so hard to know which ones you don't want to cut off. You're afraid to cut them off because you think if it cut off the wrong branch. So like that, at the time I was a bit nervous of cutting stuff off. I didn't know much about it at the time, so I decided rather than even to air layer them branches off, I couldn't figure out which would be the best ones to air layer off. I was trying to think of which ones were the kind of ones I wouldn't use, and I just couldn't figure it out. I'd be a little bit more braver now, but back then I wasn't, and I just didn't know. I was looking at it for a long time, trying to figure out which ones I would use, which ones I would want to get rid of. And in the end, what I decided to do was just look at the tree and look at the branches that I was thinking of air layering off and seeing could I make a little tree out of what I was air layering off. So instead of air layering off what I thought was bad, I started air layering off what I thought would be good that I could use. So it made it a little bit easier, and I just started air layering. I'd do 3 or 4 at a time around the tree, and then when they don't take long to take, I just potted them up and put another few on, and I just kept doing that until I eventually decided I'd done enough. And what was left was quite scraggy, this lot, but I just left it then, let it recover, and as you see it's grown quite good now. So it's getting a bit of juvenile foliage on it here and there. Clean up all the dead stuff in here. All the crotches, clean them out. Yeah, the wire's bitten in quite a lot considering it's not been on that long. But shows it's growing well. I mean, it's not gone completely in, but you can see it's biting in. Like that, we'll just take it off. I might take it off, leave it for a while, let it recover, let the bark kind of fill out a bit, and then rewire it again at a late stage. That's what I normally do, rather than just taking the wire off and rewiring it straight away. Just kind of rub it with your fingers like that, and it knocks all the old dead stuff out. If you don't take off these will just keep getting stronger and stronger and longer, and you'll end up with big long shoots with big spaces between the needles. They call needles on tuners. The spacing will just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can't use it really. So best to once it gets like this, get it off. It'll help push the energy back into the tree. It'll help branch out more and fill out your pads better. Still not an ideal structure of a tree. It's got kind of this wide middle. Does have a nice root spread. I was thinking maybe planting it more like that, straightening this branch up more so it's more of a side branch rather than, at the moment it's kind of a side branch, but the two of them are just coming off at an angle. If I repot it like that next year, maybe just angle it slightly like that, we can maybe bring these branches up, make it more of a side branch, maybe even take some off, reduce the size and get it like that or something. But like I said, I just basically threw a bit of wire on them just to kind of spread them out a bit, give them some bit of a shape and structure rather than just going up straight up like they were. And now I've done that, I can look at it and like that, you can just keep tweaking it then. It's just the initial start you need to kind of be brave and do. Okay, so I think that will probably do for now with this. There's one there too. I said, I was going to do a bit of a more in-depth job of it, but because it all needs dewiring, I don't have the time now to dewire it all, so I'll have to wait and do that later on when I have the time. Okay, so that's that one. We'll put that back out and leave that till later. Again, it's kind of a tricky enough tree. I did guy wire this one, bring it down because it was going straight out that way. But like I said, maybe when I repot it, I'll do something like that with it. We'll see. Okay, so I'll put this out and grab another tree. Okay, so the next one I'm going to work on is this privet fire thorn. Again, just do a bit of clean up on it. You can see there's a lot of suckers shooting out to the trunk, so we'll get rid of them. This was another tree that I got, which was massive branches all at the top, just growing out from everywhere. So I chopped a load of them off. It had a big bulge here, so I carved that out. Let's see, a hole goes straight through the trunk there now. Just to try and thin it out up the top a bit. It's a nice old gnarly looking trunk, but like that, it just had 100 branches coming off it. So we wanted it to have a bit more of a shape to it, so I just chopped a load off and I wired them back, and now I just want to encourage the growth where I want it. Getting closer for you. There's another tree that, if you don't keep it pruned, it will just keep sending out shoots going straight up, and once they start growing, they just grow crazy, and again they'll sap all the energy from the branches you're trying to create in your pads. Still probably has one or two too many branches on it, a couple of light ones in here, but for now we're kind of just figuring it out. Does have some sharp thorns on it. Be careful with them. Clean out some of these suckers off it, because before you know it, you'll end up with another 100 branches growing from the trunk that you don't want. I think, to be honest, that's more or less it with this guy. I repotted it, so it's kind of sat down kind of sulking for a little while. Now it's really starting to pick up, so that's why I just wanted to give it a quick once over before it starts sending out shoots everywhere and putting energy into place. Places we don't want them. Oh, they're big sharp thorns. Okay, I think that's it for this one. That was just a quick one. Just give it a clean up. Took more of an effort to carry it in than it was to actually prune it, but it's getting there. I think we need to maybe block off a little bit of the trunk just to hide the thickness of it up here. But eventually these will fill out and we'll just have just bits of trunk. If I can kind of hide the trunk up here so it just looks like this is the trunk and you don't see much of this back here. Other than that, that one's okay. We'll stick that one back out. Hardly worth carrying in to do that, but needed to be done. Okay, we'll grab another one. Okay, one last quick one. We'll do this one. It's just a Chinese privet. So we'll just give it a little pruning back. You see, again, it's really starting to shoot out. So I'm just basically going to give it a quick pruning. Tidy it up a little bit. Cobweb in here. The trees are always covered in spiders. This one, I had one of these and I had it in my greenhouse when I had a greenhouse, and it, I don't know, did it get too hot or what, but it died off. But I did take some cuttings off it when I'd done a pruning on it, and this was one of the cuttings that grew. I lost the main plant, so like I would say, it's always worth taking a few cuttings just in case. Just screw it back in. It's kind of styling itself. I never put any wire on this or anything. I've just been doing it with clip and grow basically. And it's kind of deciding itself what way it wants to grow. With a little bit of persuasion. Good job I don't have a phobia of spiders, because like I said, not that there's any dangerous ones here, but they're everywhere on my trees. Okay, I think that'll do for this guy. Starting to get a nice thicker trunk now. Considering it started life as one of these as a cutting. Again, not 100% sure on the front of it. Possibly somewhere around here. Might eventually lend itself to like an African style tray if we spread out the top, make more of a flat top. But we'll see. We'll just keep it growing and see how it goes. And it's got a bit of moss around the trunk, so I'll just give that a bit of a cleaning. So it doesn't start rotting the bark away. These guys I put in my shed, just under grow lights for the winter. Don't think these can take the cold. Not like the Chinese elms I leave out. These guys I bring in. Okay, so I think we've all that done. We'll leave it at that for now for this video, and yeah, we'll just keep going with our trimming over the next few videos, probably try and catch up a bit. So yeah, so as always guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that, and we'll see you on the next one.